Are so high. Drop me a comment, guys. Where are you watching from? What state in the U.S.? What country? If you're watching internationally, where are you watching from? Are you experiencing these high rent costs also? Are you experiencing these high mortgage payments also? Let us know in the comment section because across the U.S., people are struggling every day with the high cost of rent and everything else is extremely high also. Let me know how you're doing where you live. What's the rent cost like? What's the mortgage cost like? Let us know, please, in the comment section. But as for us here in the U.S., the rent costs are back, family. Welcome back. If it's your first time here, I'm glad that you stopped by and I hope you join the family. Listen, guys, you know I appreciate when you like the video, so go ahead and give this one a like. This is really good content. Give it a like, share this video with your friends and family. Please, sharing is caring about people in your community as well, so please share. Guys, listen, I'm not surprised about this particular topic we're going to talk about today. It might surprise some of you, but I am not surprised. Listen, the way that the rent prices are increasing on us all across the U.S., I'm not surprised. The way that some of us are struggling with the mortgage payments, I'm not surprised about this. The fact is, all across the U.S., people are choosing to live rent free. That's right. Guys, I said it and it's true. All across the U.S., people are choosing to live rent free. I'm talking on the West Coast from Nevada, Arizona, California. I'm talking in the mid, all right? Listen, Missouri, places like Missouri, Illinois, people are choosing to live rent free. Whether it's Texas, whether it's East Coast, New York, and let's not forget the Carolinas, people are choosing to live rent free. They're doing it. Have you heard? Well, keep watching, guys. They're choosing to live rent free, and I don't blame them. We're in the what's happening around us with all these high prices driving everybody almost insane. People have to look for alternative ways of living, don't you think? Well, I think so, guys. I do. Well, listen. There's this lifestyle called van life. And I like it. Van life has my attention. Does it have your attention? Do you know living in a van? That is the one of the key ways that you can live rent free. Living in a van. And lots of people, guys, lots of people across the U.S., they're choosing that lifestyle, van life. I'm talking West Coast to the East Coast, North and South. My God, people are choosing to live rent free in a van. Why? Because the rents are so high. Drop me a comment, guys. Where are you watching from? What state in the U.S.? What country? If you're watching internationally, where are you watching from? Are you experiencing these high rent costs also? Are you experiencing these high mortgage payments also? Let us know in the comment section because across the U.S., people are struggling every day with the high cost of rent and everything else is extremely high also. Let me know how you're doing where you live. What's the rent cost like? What's the mortgage cost like? Let us know, please, in the comment section. But as for us here in the U.S., the rent costs are so high, people are looking at alternative ways of living. And one of the things people are experiencing and enjoying is this thing called van life. And it has my full attention. Now, van life, you've got to do your research. What size van do you want? How tall do you want the van? What age of van do you want? What model of van? You've got to do your research on van life. You do. You might want to try out van life before you do it full time. That's a win-win. You know, it's good to try things out. And you know what? Van lifers, whether it's a younger person or whether it's somebody seasoned like us, like myself, okay? People are trying out van life and people are being very successful. Listen, and I respect that. They tried something different, they tried something new, and they're making the best of it. I love it. I love the idea of van life. I do. I do. So listen, you got to get the van. You got to choose it, right? You've got to be prepared to black out your windows for privacy, all right? Because you will drive in different places, whether it be a Walmart 24 hours, whether it be a gas station 24 hours. You're going to drive different places and you're going to see these vans with the windows all blocked out, okay, for privacy, okay? You will notice it, all right, guys? You will. And that's what's happening in the van. Someone's living in there. It might be a couple living in the van. It's a van life for more than likely. Listen, and like I said, in many states across the U.S., people are choosing this van life lifestyle. And I respect that. I do. And listen, I believe people should start researching that type of alternative living right now. Don't wait for there to be a crisis. Don't lose the apartment. Don't lose the house and then try to, oh, well, I'm going to van life. No. Research it now. That's why I'm sharing the information with all of you. Guys, listen, if you appreciate my info, if you appreciate my content, please share the video. Sharing is caring about your friends, your family members, as well as your community. Share my video. Share the information, guys. Please, listen. If someone at my point in life, my seasoned point in life can say that, ooh, I respect a van lifer, pay attention to that, guys. Pay attention to that. I think it can be a win-win. You can work from home, right from your van, some type of online job. Will you need Wi-Fi access? Yes. Will you need cell phone? Unlimited? Yes. Is it doable? Yes. Is it achievable? Absolutely. Van life is a very realistic thing, and it's something that I believe someone can easily adjust to if you put your mind to it. But don't wait to be in a crisis, guys. Don't wait for that, okay? So listen, it's important. It's important, guys, to look at what expenses will you not have? You won't have a rent payment. You will not have a mortgage payment. That's great, but you will have gas expense moving around that van. It all depends on how often you want to move around, but you're going to have that expense of gas. You will, okay? Now remember, parking, you choose your parking. Some type of 24-hour place, typically like a Walmart, like some type of gas station, and a win-win is parking at a rest area. Van lifers, they know how to look out for these rest areas. They know how to park there because typically that's the place where you will not be asked to move your vehicle if you park in a rest area. So check out parking in a rest area if you're thinking about van life. Think about it. All right? Listen, okay. Now, a big thing, especially for us ladies, is having, and I would just say, a big thing for anybody thinking about living in a van, bathroom access. Big deal, big deal. Well, there's an option for that. There are different types of toilets that you can have. You can be creative and have your toilet in your van. Listen, what van lifers recommend: number one, do the number one in the van. Number two, you do that elsewhere. Listen, whenever you have a thought, oh, there's a problem, there's a solution to that problem that you think you have. Listen, be creative with this van life option. Be creative, guys. Be creative. Listen. Okay, guys, listen. Now, some people park on the streets. Some people look for dead-end streets. Some people are aware, all right? You've got to be aware, especially if you're parking in the city, all right? Alternative side of the street parking, you got to move your van side to side, that type of thing. Be aware of the parking guidelines wherever you're parking. Very important for van life. Very important, guys. Very much so. Okay. Now, some of the things that van lifers recommend. Listen, very important. When you're in your vehicle, especially at night, don't call attention to yourself. So you shouldn't have loud music blasting inside your van, calling attention to yourself, okay? Safety is very important, okay? And if you call attention to yourself, well, listen, you could affect your safety, all right? They do not recommend that you have headphones on while you're in. I think that this is it is a realistic way of alternative living. I think it is. I think it's something that people should try out, okay? Living does not have to be in an apartment. Living does not have to be in a house. There are different ways, whether it be in a van, whether it be in a tiny house. You guys, check out my video on tiny house living. I'm going to attach that video to the end of this video so that you can check that out, okay? Check out my other videos too, as well as traveling. I've got a lot of travel videos out there, traveling that I've done over the years. So check that out. But guys, like I said, I'm not surprised about van life. Are you? And if you are, start doing your research. It might be something that you might want to try out, because a lot of people are really fed up. A lot of people are really overwhelmed with the rent cost. A lot of people are just fed up with the high mortgages and the taxes and, that type of pressure. And they want to try something else, or they're at the point where they have to try something else financially. So for me, here's what I think is the best thing to do. Research now. Don't wait for a crisis. Consider van life. Listen, I hope you enjoy the content, guys. This is Nala. I'll see you guys in the next video.